Well, good evening. First up tonight, North Korea has issued a direct warning to Australia. Keep siding with America and you risk a nuclear strike. It comes as the US Vice President Mike Pence wraps up his visit to Sydney, where he and Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull put on a united front against North Korea, saying we will stop any threat by dictator Kim Jong-un. Well, Jonathan Lee joins us now live from the Sydney Opera House, where the Vice President is spending his last evening in Australia. Jonathan, do we need to take this new North Korean threat seriously?
Well, the threat is certainly being taken seriously by the government, but the regime is still a long way off from being able to directly target at least the Australian mainland. Today, though, was all about the US Vice President, who enjoyed the sights and the sounds of Sydney. Soft diplomacy the Australian way. As the US Vice President left politics for the animals, North Korea's despotic regime unleashed its own threat, warning of a potential nuclear attack on Australia's mainland, saying the Turnbull government is blindly and zealously towing the US line. If Australia persists in following the US moves to isolate and stifle North Korea, this will be a suicidal act of coming within the range of the nuclear strike. The anger follows comments made yesterday by the Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Julie Bishop.
We are absolutely united in our determination to achieve a nuclear-free Korean peninsula.
Any rise in tensions is entirely due to the provocative behaviour of North Korea.
Experts believe North Korea's missile capability extends only 2,000 kilometres, well short of what's needed to reach Australia. The regime unlikely to be able to do so for at least another 4 years. Experts say we are vulnerable in other ways.
If North Koreans want to retaliate, they don't need to hit Australian mainland. It's enough for them to keep their promise and turn Seoul of the capital of South Korea into the sea of fire, and then Australian interests would be badly damaged.
Today, though, it was pictures at 10 paces. The Pence family signing the guest book at Government House.
The girls are going to sign the book. Yes, I got to see.
Patting a possum, an echidna, an owl, and the obvious, before heading for a harbour cruise with the Premier of New South Wales. Even on the water, security was heavy. At least 4 teams of Australian and American anti-terrorism units in tow, all trailing a deep water patrol vessel known as the Nemesis. Suburban streets were shut down for the vice presidential motorcade. Motorbikes, police cars, all but a tank full of Secret Service agents and tactical response personnel. No welcome bigger than the Opera House, everyday Aussies keen to catch a glimpse of the extraordinary. And now, half an hour ago, Mike Pence and his family had an official photo taken on the steps of the Sydney Opera House. Tonight, it's business meetings before heading home tomorrow. The 10-day tour of the region officially over. Hugh.
Beautiful evening for it. Jonathan Lee, thank you.